Hi folks, it's Miss Dev. I haven't made a TikTok video in a while. I love this hair. It reminds me of how I used to look like 10 years ago. Anyway, today I'm here to talk to you about a book called The Best at It by Maulik, Pancholy. And this is about Rahul Kapoor. He's a 12-year-old and Indian American boy. He struggles with his mental health, mostly OCD and extreme anxiety. And he's also beginning to realize that he might be part of the LGBT community. He knows that he has a lot of support in his life, but he's still really nervous about how to come to terms with this. So what he does is he comes up with a plan to become the absolute best at something so that he can be loved and accepted no matter what. So first he joins the football team, or tries to join the football team, I should say, and that's a total fail. So then he joins the mathletes, and even though he has a lot of support from his teammates, he still feels really insecure, because he's afraid that a lot of the students at school are going to think that he's a nerd and other things like that. So his best friend is named Chelsea, and his grandpa is named Bhai, which is actually brother in Hindi, but he wants him to call him Bhai because he just is very youthful. And they have his back no matter what, so that's awesome. So this book is very lighthearted. It does have a very sweet main character, but at the same time, it's not afraid to tackle tough topics like homophobia and racism, which usually comes from his bully named Brent. We all know somebody like Brent. And there were definitely a number of times when I felt a certain type of way while I was reading this book, mostly when Brent was making fun of like the food that Rahul would bring to school or his traditional clothing. And I was rooting the whole time for Rahul to find his voice and stand up to the bullies, because we all know it's best to be a buddy and not a bully. So The Best at It by Maulik Pancholy, it made me laugh, it made me cry, and it made me cheer, and I know it will do the same for you. Please come pick it up at the Markham Library today.